Thanks for staying with us here on Morning Rush. My name is Desi Fade in the Star. We're here with Nanaya Tanwa Boache, and we're talking some sports in a bit. Krista will join us, but before that, let's do something prophetic. I want to prophesy into Chelsea's destiny, but I'll leave that for our man. God join us. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Prophet Ekwe Daniels join us this morning to talk about something amazing happening, strictly prophetic 2023. Prophet, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, thank you very much.
Good to see you, but unfortunately, you're United fan. Yeah, in between Chelsea people.
He's
How do you feel about yesterday?
I think that it was fantastic.
2-2.
Yes.
It's scored 2 and equalized.
Yeah, it's a good way to go because you see, it will help the coach know that this crop of players, I don't like them.
Yeah.
Okay. And so when he asks for better players, they'll give it. So I don't want United to be winning. I want them to be drawing.
That's a nice idea.
Here and there. So in the next transfer market,
they can get
exactly what we want.
That's a nice one.
Wow.
So I think that's exactly what Ten Hag is doing.
That's a nice strategy.
Yeah.
Anyway, strictly prophetic for people who are probably watching us and seeing Prophet Ekwe Daniels for the first time. How do you introduce yourself to them?
Yes, my name is Prophet Ekwe Daniel, the General Overseer and the founder of Road Time Ministries International. Okay. And by the grace of God, Road Time Ministries is 3 years. Okay. You know, and we are celebrating the goodness and the mercies of God. You know, having looked at where we've come from and how we started the ministry, even as a person, you know, where I'm coming from. I've said time on many interviews that, you know, being born a Muslim and then coming into Christianity by the grace of God and even being a prophet, it can only be the mercies of God. So
that's what the story is.
Wow.
That's how the story is.
Oh.
Okay.
So if you ask about Prophet Ekwe Daniels, that's Prophet Ekwe Daniels.
Okay.
Wow.
Really
interesting. And by your name?
Yes, so when I was a Muslim, my name was Ibrahim Adams.
Ekwe Daniels.
Yeah, so now I'm Ekwe Daniels. I'm a Fanti.
Okay.
Oh,
so you are half Fanti, half...
No, Cremo Fanti.
Cremo Fanti.
Fanti Cremo. I was Fanti Cremo.
Oh, okay. Oh. But you are from...
Mankesim.
Okay.
Mankesim, okay.
And how is the transition like?
At the age of 6, I decided not to be a Muslim.
Okay.
Just by my personal decision, and I think that I understand it better now because of who I am now. But at the time, I didn't even know what I was doing. I just felt like I don't want to be.
Yeah. Were you criticized?
A lot.
What were some of the responses?
It was really difficult for me. I mean, anybody who has had this transition will tell you that, you know, it comes with a lot of rejection, a lot of, you know, backlash, you know, even from because my father is the Muslim, so from that side you will have a lot of attacks, you know, here and there. It's really difficult, but I think all things work for the good of, you know, them who are called by the Lord, you know, and then them that love the Lord. So I totally understand the patterns of life now. Growing up was a very difficult thing for me, you know. So we are here today, and we thank God for His mercies and His love.
Great. So 3 years with your church. How's it been? You know, you must have started somewhere in the church, and now you want to start your own thing. 3 years on, the challenges, the nice stuff that has happened. Share with us. Yes.
Also, my wife is watching, Lady Sheila.
Okay.
And I would like to
shout out to Lady Sheila.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lady Sheila. So my spiritual father as well is Prophet Apostle Francis Amwakomata, of Parliament Chapel. You know, so my journey began 3 years ago. You know, where I served under a couple of men of God. You know, I started to work with Apostle Nat Owai, General Godwin Uchuga, you know, Prophet James Owusu. I've been under a couple of men of God, you know, who've actually nurtured my journey so far. And then the ministry itself started in Achimota Forest. Okay. Yeah, but then it was just myself and my wife, Jesse, you know, a couple of friends that started a phone conference call. You know, so I want to pray at midnight, and then I call these 2 or 3 people, join us and let's pray. So in my heart, I wasn't starting a ministry. I was just starting something like, a prayer session, and then along the line, one midnight, the Lord will reveal to me the Raw Time ministry in name. So I discussed with my wife. My wife has been a very strong pillar because she's been she's been a Christian all her life, done the whole Christian stuff, but I wasn't. So my wife kept me in balance. So anytime I have a revelation, I'll go to her, tell her about it, and then she will tell me, oh yeah, is God speaking to you? Do it like this, do it like that. Yeah, so from the phone conference call, it grew. It grew because other friends were connecting others, and then we started, an interdenominational ministry. So we don't have a church. It's not a church. Church. It's an interdenominational ministry, like a fellowship. It doesn't matter where you church. You can always join Raw Time ministry. So from there, we moved to Achimota Forest with nothing, just us and then some plastic chairs for 2 months in 2021. And then the Lord moved us from Achimota Forest to East Legon. So the ministry was in East Legon for 2 years. And then by the grace of God, we grew. From East Legon, we found ourselves in UPSA because of the growth of the church in terms of numbers. So we needed a bigger place. So in a nutshell, that's been
the process.
The process of the ministry, and God has brought us 3 years now, and I thought it wise to celebrate the goodness and mercies of God with Strictly Prophetic, because you see, I'm a product of prophecy. I believe in prophecy. An ancient prophet prophesied to my mother and told my mother that I would be born, a year when my mother encountered him. So exactly a year after the man prophesied to my mother, an old prophet, my mother had me.
The miracle, would I say miracle child or the special one? Or the golden child. The prophetic child.
Yeah, prophetic. That's why I believe in prophecy. I just didn't know, being born a Muslim, I didn't know I was a prophet. I never knew I was one, but the destinies of God has a way of, manifesting and unfolding itself. So with time, I found out that, I was quite unusual. I was not a normal kid. So when I go back to my mother and I ask her, tell me about my life, tell me about my upbringing, she tells me a lot of unusual things that happened. She tells me a lot of weird things I used to do as a child. And then, it gives me better understanding today of who you are, exactly of who I am.
That's why it's Strictly Prophetic.
Let's get into that one. When is it happening?
So Strictly Prophetic is happening tomorrow, 9 a.m. So we are doing it in 3 months because my prophetic conferences happens the last Saturday of every month. Yeah, so it's April 29th, that's tomorrow. May 27th, that's Apostle Francis Amwakwata, and then June 24th, that Prophet Emmanuel J. So tomorrow it's happening at UPSA, the Vice Chancellor's Office Complex. UPSA, the Vice Chancellor's Office Complex, 9 a.m. in the morning. And the main speaker for tomorrow is Prophet Bernard L. Bernard. Prophet Bernard L. Bernard. So there are many song ministrations, from the gospel musicians. We have Alexandra, we have MFA Ida, who happens to be our lead singer. We have Pastor Emmett, coming through by the grace of God. We have Nana, and the MC for tomorrow is Abnache Boache. So that's what is happening tomorrow at UPSA Vice Chancellor's Office Complex.
And we see a very good friend, Kofi Pepra.
Kofi Pepra is also
he's a very good friend.
Oh wow, he's a very humble gentleman. So he's also on the bill as well by the grace of God. So all roads leads to UPSA tomorrow. Vice Chancellor's Office Complex, 9 a.m. prompt. 9 a.m. prompt. Latest by 10:30, the Prophet of God will be ministering. And I would like to use this opportunity to invite everybody who believes in the prophetic. I think we are in a season where everybody needs a prophetic, and I would like to say that make your way to UPSA Vice Chancellor's Office Complex. It's just 200 meters from the university proper.
I think it's behind next to the UPSA hostel.
Yes.
And sort of like opposite the back gate for PROPHETIC.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, I've seen.
Then you're coming tomorrow.
Okay, so Strictly Prophetic 2023, as he mentioned, of course, he's hosting that. There's Prophet Bernard L. Bernard.
Yeah.
There's Apostle Francis Amakwata. That's for 27th of May.
Yeah.
And Prophet Emmanuel J for 24th June. And of course, the music ministers, there are a lot on there. Kofi Pepra, he's got his new stuff on YouTube. Go check it out. There's Amefa Ida, who is the lead singer of the church. There's Alexandra, the good old Alexandra is on there. Pastor Emmett is also on the Abunache, some will say from the UK, all of them, and Nana, of course, on the program tomorrow. So make sure that you do pass by and receive something from the prophets.
It's free. So
yes,
I mean,
it's free.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
Free.
Yes, it's free. It's free. So people are selling tickets behind our back.
It's free.
Is it okay to put my number out there? Yeah. So if you want to reach the ministry, our number is 0244 856 983. 0244 856 983. That's the WhatsApp number of the ministry, and I would love to host you tomorrow 9 a.m. in the morning at UPSA Vice Chancellor's Office Complex. It's Prophet Bernard L. Bernard, the Oracle, coming.
Yeah. So make your way tomorrow to UPS and be part of Strictly Prophetic 2023. Prophet, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'll send okay, I've even mentioned, I was going to send a letter. We'll pray for Man United. We'll get some prophetic direction for the team.
But let's ask Prof. Arsenal, Manchester City, City has been able to close the gap. Now, do you believe that miraculously Arsenal can still take it?
When Arsenal had about 12 points difference, I told everybody Arsenal would never win the league.
Yeah. The prophet has
and everybody thought it wasn't going to happen. Wow. Yes, and all my friends kept telling me it wasn't going to happen. Arsenal can't win that league. It won't happen.
It won't happen.
Yes, by the grace of God and by His mercies and my prayers, Manchester United will win the league next season.
Next season.
Yes, next season. So Arsenal might be fourth. Maybe
if one of our producers see you this morning,
please, nobody should take it as heart.
Come
for Strictly Prophetic.
Of course. Yes. Come for Strictly Prophetic tomorrow. Thank you very much, Prophet, for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
God
bless you. God bless Uncle Nat as well.
Yeah, definitely.